On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we meet the new managing editor of the Long Island edition, Matthew Broderick. And we check in with our correspondents from around the island, all here at thefisherman.com. The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners. Wow, what a blow. I hope all you out there are safe and your property fared well in that tropical storm. Many of our correspondents are still without power, so we'll do the best we can this week. The weekly digital edition is available now for all you subscribers out there, and for all you kayakers out there, the Coastal Kayak Clash is going on now. You just need to be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine in good standing and register at least 24 hours before heading out to compete for the first time. Make sure you take a clear photo showing the fish, the ruler, and the Coastal Kayak Clash tag. Then get yourself on the leaderboard like these yackers here. Now let's check in with Fisherman senior editor Fred Golofaro and meet the latest team member of the Fisherman magazine.
Hey Tim, this week's big catch, and it's not a fish at all, although he does think like a fish. His name is Matt Broderick, and he's an excellent all-around angler, rod builder, and is very well versed in all types of fishing in our region. Will be taking on the position of managing editor and will be sharing a lot of the editorial responsibilities with me going forward. That's a good thing for me. It means I'll be doing more fishing. He has some innovative ideas to share with readers. It's evidenced by recent articles and his seminars. A lot of you have probably already at least met or heard of Matt between the seminars he's done on the island the last few years and his articles. He's one of Long Island's better surfcasters. That's evidenced by last year's New York surf fishing contest. He walked away with the largest striped bass, largest bluefish, and also the most overall points. So, it's quite a season for him there. Matt, hey, welcome aboard, buddy.
Thank you, Fred.
Okay.
I'm excited to be joining the Fisherman team and excited to meet the readers as well. If you guys have to contact me, send me an email at mbroderick@thefisherman.com.
Tim, back to you. Thank you.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Tim. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone got through the storm okay. A ton of people lost power. Pretty crazy stuff, so hope everyone's holding up all right after that. Fishing going into the storm had picked up a little bit with the bass off the beach and also in the back bays. We'll see what happens now that the seas have kind of calmed down a little bit. It's that summer doldrums time, really crazy high temperatures. Bunker pods outside of Moriches didn't have a whole lot on them last week when I was there. Did manage some 22 to 26 inch fish, casting poppers into, by the elbow in the marshy areas there. A couple of fish on the bunker pods. Nothing too crazy. I was hoping maybe for some big blues. Fluking sea bass on the Hampton Reef and the Peconic, with these water temperatures, there's fish there. It's definitely slowed down a lot. Tuna bite kind of scattered. Obviously, not a ton of reports from the last couple of days with the sea conditions. So, we'll see post storm. We got the moon. I think fishing should continue to improve as long as these water temperatures don't get too crazy. So get out there, catch them up, have fun.
We have a new correspondent also from the East End, Milo Tompkins.
Thanks, Tim. I've been fishing the East Hampton beaches of Long Island, catching striped bass up to 30 inches on small Castmasters, mag darters. Any little swimming plug has been working for me. Smaller the better. I think they're on little bait right now. Right in the whitewater, pretty close to shore. Haven't been paying attention to the tides very much, just, been fishing when I can. I've been catching the biggest fish on Castmasters. Whenever I see the shad jumping in the back, throw out a Castmaster, like half ounce, and that's what I've been getting the biggest bass on. That's about it. Thanks, Tim. Back to you.
Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters has the freshwater and fly report.
Hello, Tim. Well, the dog days of summer is actually one of my favorite types of fish because I love fishing for those smallmouth with a fly rod. And River Bay Outfitters just had their trip up to the, going up to the Housatonic at Camp. Some of us camped, some of us did a day trip. There were over 27 of us. Oh, we had to catch 400 fish. It was just incredible. Popper, streamers, woolly buggers, dry flies, wet flies. It didn't matter. Everybody was caught fish. It was a terrific time. I absolutely love it. Of course, Tuesday the storm came and we had to get out of there. They closed down the campground. They said, get out. And the river did come up a little bit, but by next week it should be fishing great again. It's been, like I said, an amazing summer for smallmouth. On the saltwater scene, my captains are reporting in. They're still finding bluefish, gator blues. They have to look for them. But that's why you take your captain. They're out there all the time. They know where to look for fish. It is a tough time of year. Best money spent would be taking one of the captains. And so we have, like I said, we do have a lot going on. Now, we are going to switch over to tailwater fishery for the trout. Water's still low, hot. It will be a terrific time. I have another trip planned at the end of the month. Go to my website, River Bay Outfitters, and check it out. Until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Let's go to the North Shore and check in with Hawaiian Dan.
Thanks, Tim. All right, everybody. Aloha! I'm Hawaiian Dan of the YouTube channel TalkFishTV.com, reporting for the Fisherman magazine here off the central North Shore of Long Island, fishing from my Sea Eagle inflatable fish skiff 16 from SeaEagle.com. And I have to tell you, forget the summer doldrums. The bite is super hot right now. I was able to find plenty of schoolie stripers, cow stripers, bluefish, snappers, porgy, sea robins, and of course some sea bass. The hatch this week is microbait, grass shrimp, rain bait, cinder worms, butterfish, and adult bunker. So there's plenty of bait out there, which means there's plenty of fish. Match the hatch. Small baits, small profiles, big baits, big profiles. If you need fresh bait and you can't catch it yourself, or you need any tackle or inside secrets and tips, go down there and visit my friends at Miller Place Bait and Tackle. Say hi to Sue, Jim, and Misty, and they'll hook you up with everything that I use, exactly what you'll need, plus some insider tips, but they're only going to give them to you face to face. Tactics: as far as schoolie goes, at night, target the lights. That draws in all the plankton, the microbaits, then bigger baits, and then the schoolie stripers are feeding on them. You're going to have to match the hatch with small profile baits. For bigger bass, you got to go with what they're feeding on, and right now they're feeding on fresh bunker. The fresher, the better. Live if you can get it. For bottom fish, porgies, and sea bass, you can jig just about anything off the bottom. For bluefish, you know, they hit just about everything shiny or anything that you can throw on the top water. And snappers, they do the same thing. You're just gonna have to downsize on the profile, okay? Anything shiny will do, and really anything for those snappers will work as well. To see a full detailed episode of my reports filled with extra tips, techniques, and strategies, please visit and subscribe to my YouTube channel, TalkFishTV.com. Now get off those couches, grab those rods, and get out there and fish. Remember to spread as much aloha as you possibly can. Make somebody smile, be silly, don't take things so seriously. Remember to follow the rules, practice your social distancing, mask up when you have to. Boom, boom, boom. Spread as much aloha as you possibly can, and stay safe, stay strong, and aloha. Now back to you, Tim. I love you, Long Island.
With our offshore report, let's check in with Captain Tony Gatto.
Hey, Tim. Things were totally on fire before the hurricane hit. Don't ask me how to say her name. Although a strong hurricane, this was such a fast-moving storm, I don't expect much to change. The 30-fathom bluefin bite and the 40-fathom yellowfin bite should both be intact. The waters in Atlantis and way to the East Atlantis were hardly affected by the storm, and the Big Eye bite dash should also be strong. Before the blow, Justin from Chatter Lures mentioned that Lemon Lime was doing a number on the Big Eyes. Here is a shot of the Soundwave fishing team with a bunch of tuna that they caught on both lemon lime green and rainbow side trackers. Bluefin tuna have been zeroing in on all white and blue and white bars, as well as Joe Shoots ballyhoo combos. Be safe out there and have fun. Back to you, Tim.
Boating has become more popular during these trying times, and Kale's Family Boating Center is ready to get you out on the water. Check out a Sea Pro powered by Suzuki. Low rates make it the perfect time to buy. Visit kalesfamilyboating.com for more information. Joe Bensavenga was out before the storm on a Capt party boat and reported that the action was red hot, non-stop, and he limited out. Let's check in now with Captain Al Lorenzetti from the Fire Island area and find out how the storm may have affected the fishing.
Hey Tim, Fire Island report. The storm passed, but it did some damage. It really churned up the bay. So things are going to be unsettled. I don't know if it's going to clean up by this weekend, but it's definitely going to take a few days to settle down and clean up the waters some. But before the storm, fluke fishing was good, you know, catching keepers every day inside. And I heard the offshore fishing for fluke and sea bass got a little bit better too, out around the reef, especially the westernmore reefs, south of Jones and the Atlantic Beach. They were really doing good with some fluke in there. So looks like we're going to have to see what happens here. And when things settle down, I'm sure the fishing will pick up, but it should be a nice weekend. The weather looks great. So that's it for this week, Tim.
From the Jones Beach Inlet area, we have Roger Huda.
Hey Tim, how's it going? Reporting out of the Jones Beach Inlet area here, and I gotta tell you that besides the nasty weather over the last couple of days, it was hard to get out. We managed to sneak out on Saturday afternoon. We headed out to the Cholera, and there were just a ton of Spanish mackerel. As soon as you drop them down, reeling up, hitting every kind of jig that you can imagine, and we managed to sneak a keeper sea bass in there as well. But the mackerel are definitely taking over this area. Managed to come back in and fish the Hempstead a little bit, and we were fishing for porgies since I had one a little earlier on the week, and we managed to get 2 nice porgies. And interestingly enough, on the porgy high-low rig using clam bellies, we managed to catch a keeper fluke, so I thought that was really interesting. Usually catch them on a squid skirt or a spearing. So there's definitely a lot of fish out there. But on Sunday, the weather really started turning up, and fished Jones Bay, and I got to tell you, the fluke bite really dropped off. But hopefully after this weather clears up, we'll get some more fish back in the local bays. But the ocean fishing has still been pretty consistent. So guys, there's still a lot of season left. Get out there, get some fish, fill your freezers up, and that's all for this week. Tim, back to you.
Let's check in with Chris Ludwig and see what he's up to.
Hey, thanks, Tim. What's going on, guys? So I'm going to be covering around the last week and a half here, again about 20 miles east of Jones Inlet. So we've been throwing big baits in the open surf as per usual the past few weeks, and there's been an invasion of large stingrays, whether it be those bullnose rays or just those local round giant 200-pound stingrays. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but they're everywhere. The sharks have been very thin. Everything else in the surf seems to be very thin, just rays. The good news, I was up in the backwaters yesterday. There was a lot of bunker near the canals, deep in the back bays. It looked like there was some bluefish on them too. So that's always a good sign to see. But those mackerels, man, going back to that, they're still in the surf. First light like a clock. They're coming, they're bouncing around. So if you have those tins, get them on out there. And I just want to do a quick overview because somebody had asked me. The rod I'm using in the surf, it's a GSB 132-1M and a Penn Slammer 3 7500, if anybody's curious. So I hope you're all catching fish and enjoy.
Steiger Craft builds boats by the same people at Fish Our Waters. That's why serious anglers choose Steiger Craft for their 40 years of boat building experience right here in the Northeast. Visit steigercraft.com for a dealer near you. Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. And of course, be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the Kayak Clash contest. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and more information, and please support our correspondents by visiting their website and social media pages. It should be interesting how the storm has affected the fishing. However, the weather looks good for the weekend, so get out there and give it a shot. See you next week right here at thefisherman.com.